I bought a pretty large gaming lot on eBay that apparently came from an estate sale. There are a lot of games in here. I'm not even entirely sure that I got it for a good deal, but either way, it took forever to get here. Let's get into this box. Let's see exactly what I got and whether I got a good deal on it on this episode of Within the Box. See this, guys? This box is quite large. It even says large grande on it. It's covering most of the frame. It's completely in it. It's a large box, as I said, of games that apparently came from an estate sale. But before we get into this box and see what I got, see whether I got a good deal, I'd like to say don't forget to let me spend my money so you don't waste yours by hitting that subscribe button. If you like to keep informed of new videos such as this one, don't forget to click that bell. It's been quite some time since an unboxing. I don't do them a lot anymore. I think I did them a lot more when I first started. They're just most of the time end up being short, not worth recording. No more babbling. Let's get into this box. I'm going to get it off the table. We're going to get this box open and see what I got. And as I go through the games, I'm going to put the prices from price charting, I believe it is .com, and see if I actually got a good deal for what I got in this box. I'll let you know that I did spend $250 on it plus the shipping, which brought it up to like $287. So that's where the price is right now. We have an FC Twin. I've seen these before. This is from Deem. I didn't even see this on the picture. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there is any adapters or anything. Maybe it's in the box somewhere. But still, I mean, it's got some scratches on it. I would like to test it out, see if it works, dust it out a little bit. This is probably not something I'm going to keep. I probably will pass this on. There is this intercooler, this Nikon Intercooler EX. This is for the Xbox 360. It is extremely dusty. That button don't sound too good. I might clean this off and give it a try, but I have heard bad things about this thing, so I might not even use this. We have this, what is that, program pad for the PlayStation. I've seen this before, but I've never used it. It's quite interesting. I don't even know what this would go for. It's from, what does that say, Interact? Definitely something I probably will keep. And we got what appears to be two original Super Nintendo controllers. This one is really yellowed, and this one's in fairly good condition. I mean, it does have scratches and everything, but it is a, what, 25, 30-year-old controller. And we got a PlayStation controller. And if you've been following me on Instagram, I just recently finally picked up a PS1 from someone that I pick up from. He works at a salvage yard, but he also runs Bows_Game Room. I'll throw that up on the top of the screen, and Precisely Podcast if you're interested in listening to a really good podcast about beer and video games. Definitely one to check out. As I said, those will be thrown up on the screen and the links will be in the description. Now this I don't recall seeing, and it might have been there, and it's actually nice to get. I used to have this, and that is the DVD movie playback kit. It comes with the remote and the adapter, and it's sealed. I got some N64 games, which I'm glad to get. This is War Gods. I don't actually own this, so this is nice to have. I don't know if it works. That's something I'm gonna have to do after making this video, is just go through and test everything and see if they work. I'm just gonna go by looking at them, and the pins on here look pretty good. The card itself, the label looks pretty good. Honestly, it's not all that dirty, so that's pretty good. And we got Warzone. I mean, how many good wrestling games were there on the N64? I can only remember one, and what was that called? I'll throw it up on the top of the screen. I can't remember. All I know is I played a lot of it. Alright, we have one loose Genesis game, and that is Bubba and Sticks. I've never even heard of this game. I don't really like getting loose Genesis games. Probably the one system that I cannot stand having loose games of. I probably will end up getting a case for it from customgamecases.com. I believe that's what it is. I did a video of that before. That'll be at the top of the screen. I got this Yoki watch for the 3DS, and the insert is unfortunately busted. It's ripped. The game is in there. I don't know if this came with a manual. I'm not too concerned about that for 3DS. And we have, what is that? A Dream pinball. I guess you can't go wrong with a pinball game. I don't normally play a lot of virtual pinball. And we got Kung Zoo. I never heard of it. It looks like it's possibly a fighting game. I don't know if it's a beat 'em up or an actual fighting game, but I don't have it. I don't think there's many of these, so we'll go through some of the PSP games that there are. There are some loose, so that's kind of sucky, but Guilty Gear Judgment, never played this on the PSP. It looks like it's in good condition. There are some rips. And there's a 3DS game in there. We'll look at that. There are some rips in the plastic. It looks like a little bit of the insert got a little torn, but it's very minuscule, so it's not all that big of a deal. As I said, a game fell out of here. Tales of the Abyss for the 3DS. Loose. And here's some GameCube manuals, because there's a loose GameCube game, Drone Racer. Got Drone Racer and Call of Duty. It'd be kind of nice to see if it's really badly scuffed, but that looks like it might be able to be cleaned off. This is a UMD. This is Transporter 2. I always like the fact that the PSP played movies. We have Call of Duty Road to Victory, Snatch Deluxe Edition. That's a movie too. The discs look in good condition. The backs are scratched to all hell. The Bench Warmers. That's another UMD video. We got Michael Jackson. The Experience. I'm guessing that's some sort of, obviously it's a motion control game. We got Family Game Night 3. I don't know if you were to be able to see through this. I feel like this game has been buffed before far too many times. I could be wrong. Disney Sing It. This one looks like it's got a hell of a lot of fingerprints, but you cannot see the label in this. You got The Darkness, which is a game I do have. I believe I have this on 360. You got one of the greatest hits. This is Game of the Year, Batman Arkham City. I believe I have this. Could kind of see the label on this one. And we got Arkham Asylum as well. This one does have the manual. You got Crash Twin Sanity. Like I said, this video is going to be long. There is no manual, so that kind of sucks. This, you can't see the label. You just see the PlayStation logo in there, so I don't know if this was a thing before. You got Tony Hawk, which this case is in really crap condition. It's obviously been wet. You got Primal, which is definitely a game I don't have and never played. It does have some tearing here, but it did not hit the insert, which is good. And we got Crash Mind Over Matter, or Mutant, I mean. High School Musical, which obviously I don't care about. Of course, that has the manual. That looks pretty weird. There's like a mark that goes across this whole thing. Devil May Cry Special Edition. It does have the manual. Someone was really into these singing games. See, this is what I'm talking about. You can barely see the PlayStation logos that are in here. Of course, we're gonna have sports games. I'm not gonna even look at those. We got Crash of the Titan. No manual again. That's upsetting. We got another Sing It game. Another Disney Sing It High School Musical 3. And another copy of that. And had it didn't get so promising, I almost feel like I definitely spent too much money on this lot. This one actually looks really good. That definitely looks like a Blu-ray backing. I'm sure Crash Bandicoot, the Warp of Cortex ain't gonna have a manual in it. Yep, what is it with all the Crash games having no manuals in it? Another sports game, Star Wars Racer Revenge. I'm guessing this is a sequel. Was that the name of the N64 one? I can't remember. Overall, the insert and case looks good. It does have the manual, another blue backing. This disc actually looks pretty good. And we got Final Fantasy X. I guess this is a second part. I don't know nothing about Final Fantasy. I barely play them. I'm not a role-playing RPG fan. It does have the manual. The insert's a little messed up at the top, but other than that, it's pretty good. This does look like it's been buffed. There's Grand Theft Auto 3 and no manual, and that one's pretty scratched to hell. Looks like we got one Wii game, which the insert is kind of banged up in certain spots. This looks alright. It's got some fingerprints, a couple scratches here and there. And here's a Star Wars Complete Edition Lego. That definitely should have came with a manual. Yeah, we got Mario Teaching Typing 2 PC game. And looks like we have a Japanese PlayStation game, and that's Dragon Ball, what does that say, Final Bout. Obviously I won't be able to play this, I don't have a Japanese PlayStation. There's some pretty bad scratches in there, probably won't even work. Disney Extreme Skate Adventure, never heard of it. Insert's in pretty bad condition. It does have the manual though. As you can see, look at that, it's all busted up. This is all ripped kind of. The disc is pretty scratched up, but it does not look like it's been buffed, and the scratches aren't deep enough to destroy it. You got Xbox Thrillville. Insert looks alright compared to the last game. Does have the manual. For the most part, it's alright. It does have some surface scratches. Sports game, we ain't gonna go too far into that. We have Midtown Madness 3. The insert does have some fraying up top. It does have the manual. And this disc actually looks pretty good. We got Need for Speed Underground 2. Yeah, I could feel that manual wasn't in there. But the disc looks good. Counter-Strike. The insert's got very minuscule damage to it, but other than that, it looks good. And the manual's definitely in here. I can feel the weight. And for the most part, this looks pretty good. We got Halo 2. For the most part, the insert looks good. The manual feels like it's in there. And the disc just looks like it has some fingerprinting. Another sports game. We got Wolfenstein. It feels like the manual's in here. Insert looks pretty good. Disc looks alright. Midway Arcade Treasures. Manual's in there. Disc actually looks good, just dust. I'd much rather see that on all of them. MotoGP, which I played a lot. I believe the game came out on PC. Besides fingerprints, looks good. Lord of the Rings, the platinum hit. This has got a couple of scratches, but nothing major. Why does that look like the DVD? It's not even the game. Link's 2004, I guess it's a golf game. Manual's not in here, just an insert. It's pretty scratched. Here's another platinum hit, Max Payne, which is a pretty good game. It does have the manual. For the most part, that disc looks pretty good. Another sports game. We got Dance Dance Revolution. There's a lot of fingerprinting on here, and this was definitely buffed. I can see the swirl marks in it. Conflict. Vietnam. This one's got a scratch or two here and there and fingerprints, but other than that, it looks pretty good. Another Madden game. Sonic Mega Collection Plus, which I hope this works. Manual in there. The game does have some scratching on it. This game looks in really good condition. This Halo Combat Evolved. This is the first one. Manual is in there. That don't look good. I highly doubt this game's gonna play. It looks pretty bad, and it looks like it has been buffed and not buffed well enough. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, which is a pretty good game. It's scratched to hell. We also have Sonic Unleashed for the Wii. It's got some scratching. World Poker Tour. Alright, we got Assassin's Creed Rogue, which I guess that might be the manual. It's got a scratch or two here if it works. I'm pretty sure I might have this. I'm not entirely sure, so that might be being sold. We got Dead Island, which I'm pretty sure I might have. The game I can't stand, and not because I don't like the game. I thought it was a pretty good game. It's definitely kind of fun to play with a group of people. you get this a lot and nobody wants to buy it. So you got all these copies that you can't do anything with. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This looks alright. It does have a pretty substantial scratch right along the side here. You probably can't see it, but pretty long video. I'm sure people have cut out already. This Vegas 2 Rainbow Six kind of scratched to heck. Skyrim for the Xbox 360. You can use the Legendary Edition. It's got both discs, but it's missing the manual. 2 copies of Destiny. This case is busted. No manual. This looks alright, although it does look like it possibly has been buffed. Question is how many times. This doesn't have a manual either. Looks alright. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon. Manual in there. At least that looks like the manual. For the most part, this looks alright. Another Modern Warfare 3. This looks okay. Halo Reach. I've never played this. I don't even know if I own the game. Disc is scratched badly. Resident Evil 5. The insert is definitely ripped at the bottom there. If you can see that. Looks like it does have the manual back there. A little scratched up. Assassin's Creed 2. Disc actually looks pretty good on that one. Disney Infinity. This looks good on that. Baseball. Watch Dogs. Hopefully this is good. And it looks fairly good. So there's a second disc. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It's kind of upsetting some of these don't have the actual manuals. Now, I'm not entirely sure if they ever came with manuals. I'm sure they did. Like, you can see weird marks in the disc if you reflect it this way. There's like 2 triangle looking things there. That doesn't look promising. This disc is pretty scratched up. And we got Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, which I think is a pretty fun fighting game. And overall, the disc looks good on that one. Xbox 360, Sleeping Dogs, manuals in there. And for the most part, the disc looks good. We got Spark, which I've never played. Now, all these Xbox One games I'm most definitely keeping. See, you can see through this one too. I can see the shark logo. You're probably not going to be able to pick that up or see that on the camera. You can see the shark logo from the front here on the back. You have Madden 15, Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare, which I do have this. Unfortunately, my cats beat the damn insert up, so I might be keeping this one. And I can see this one too. There's no way that this got buffed that many times. Here's another copy of that. This one I'm definitely going to sell, obviously. And this one looks good, and I can see the label through it. Now, the PlayStation 2 games, I definitely don't think I should be able to see the label through it, even holding it up to the light. And this one, it's got some scratching, but for the most part, it's in decent condition. And then we got a Madden 25. I don't really care about the sports games, not that I don't play them occasionally. We got Medal of Honor. And the disc is scratched. Now these are the ones that are going to be a pain in the butt because I'm kind of scared to buff those out. But I have a sports game, so I can go ahead and try it on there, and if it works well, I'll buff the rest of them out. But of course the sports game is in good condition. And we got Medal of Honor Rising Sun, and these got scratches on them. And of course the dreaded black marker. There's another Medal of Honor Frontier. Somebody really liked war games on the GameCube. I don't know why. And it's pretty scratched. Mirror. Minority Report. This one's actually in decent condition. It's got scratches, but not like the other ones. 18-wheeler. It's scratched. Hopefully they play. And here we got, what is that? R Racing Evolution. Got 2 discs. One's Pac-Man. Now, I don't know if there was supposed to be 2 discs for this game or this was some sort of added bonus. It doesn't say anything on the case. This one isn't scratched. Bad things, I feel like there's supposed to be 2 discs for this one game. Got the Into the Matrix. It's got its fair share of scratches, but not as bad as some of the other ones. Disc 2 is actually better than Disc 1. Burnout. The disc does have its fair share of scratches. True Crime, Streets of LA. If you never played it, it's sort of like Grand Theft Auto. And it's, as you can see that. Scratch to hell. MLB Slugfest. It's funny how the sports games are not as scratched as the other ones. 007, Everything or Nothing. Actually not as badly scratched as some of the other ones. A lot of that's fingerprinting. And we got 007 Agent Under Fire. Once again, not as badly scratched as some of the other ones, which I'm kind of happy to see that on these 007 games. And Spy Hunter, which I do have. And this one's actually in pretty good condition. Well, guys, that was a ton of games. A lot of games in that lot. I don't know the exact number. Let's find out whether I made out, whether this was worth the purchase. Did I spend too much? Well, the original price of this lot, I paid $287.36, and that was a cost of $250 plus tax plus shipping. Now, calculating all the prices that I got off of pricecharting.com, everything comes to a total of $940.78. I think that's a lot of cushion to make a profit if I decided to sell all these games. Now, granted, that price will vary due to condition of discs, missing manuals. Those sports games will probably not sell. God, those sports games, they're everywhere. I probably will end up having to sell those in a lot, which pretty much will be me just pushing it on to somebody, forcing them to take it because I was selling something that they wanted. That's just the way game collecting go, I guess. Either way, I think that I actually did make out it was a good purchase. I did not spend too much on it. Now, granted, it's going to cost me some money to get these games buffed if they don't work. I'm going to have to go through the time of testing them, listing them. So you got to take that into consideration. There's a ton of games in there that I'm probably going to add to my collection, so it was definitely worth it. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys think that I spent too much money on this. Was this worth it? Should I have passed it up? Also, let me know what you guys have been picking up video game related in the comments down below. I'm sure you're not going to have any questions. It's just an unboxing. I mean, if you do have any questions on anything that was contained in this video, you can leave those down in the comments down below as well. If you liked what was contained in this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you thought this was a plain waste of time, unboxings are completely stupid. Why did I record this long video of these games I got in this large box? You can go ahead and hit that thumbs down. If you found this video to be of some sort of value, or just think that the stuff that I got in this box was cool, do consider sharing amongst friends and the rest of your social media. And as always, don't forget to let me spend my money so you don't waste yours by clicking that subscribe button.